Hello there my fellow holotable heroes and welcome to another Galactic challenge video. Hopefully you had a relaxing weekend and that you're looking forward to get your week started. But first, a brand new challenge is upon us and oh boy, there's a lot to unpack today. So we'll just get into it. You know the drill, there'll be YouTube chapters below if you want to skip through. Otherwise, let's go ahead and have a look at the modifiers first. So the global modifier for Coruscant, thunderous applause. It seems like it's a bit bugged because we were supposed to get democracy ability granted. Same goes for the enemy. However, this ability is nowhere to be found. So looks like this part is missing in today's challenge. And then, however, the other stuff looks like it is working because at the start of the encounter, both leader gains extra potency and tenacity, 100 speed, and are immune to fear. So outrunning Jedi to Revan proved almost impossible unless you're using Galactic Legend because it gets so much extra speed. To top it all, the leader is also immune to destroy effect and can't fall below 1% health while an ally is present. So while you have allies alive, or as well the enemies have allies alive, the leader cannot be defeated. Now this makes it tricky obviously to defeat these guys, and as well defeating 3 at the same turn because you cannot defeat Revan. So you need to have Revan and then 3 more other allies that you on the field that you can actually get crushed and feed down, which is a bit silly, which makes it a little bit annoying to deal with. However, on the flip side, we can a little bit cheese these to our advantage to a little bit expose AI's programming, how they handle things. Anyway, more about it later once we get into the battle. Now in terms of player modifier, not really all that useful because our Sith start gaining bonuses when we defeat an enemy, but we can only really defeat one enemy. The other 4 we have to keep alive. Revan we can't defeat anyway, and then we have to keep 3 other alive so we can defeat them all in the same turn. So Sith modifier not helpful at all. Now in terms of the enemy modifier, it's quite annoying. Most annoyingly there, you will see that whenever these guys resist, they're gaining bonus turn meter, and they do start with extra, I think 100% tenacity, and then as well they're immune to tenacity down. So landing debuffs on these guys did prove challenging at times. And to top of it all, whenever they use basic, they deal true damage to all of your guys. So definitely annoying there to deal with Old Republic as always. In terms of feats, we have to win with a full team of Sith units, then win after defeating 3 enemies in the same turn, and then gain stealth 10 times. Now stealth and Sith is kind of straightforward. You know, I'll show you a couple of different ways to go about it, but the crush them one, that's the one that, you know, almost impossible to do without a Galactic Legend. Now I was able to find a team that was able to do it on tier 9 to get red crate. I'll show it to you later. Anyways, let's start with the battles now. So if you do have Sith Eternal Emperor unlocked, you can do all the feats in a single battle. We'll be using Darth Maul lead that will help us with the stealth feat, and then obviously Sith Eternal Emperor with his ultimate power can defeat 3 enemies in the same turn. So let's go on the battle and I'll show you how you can run this team to get everything done in one attempt. There we go. So Sith Eternal Emperor, being Galactic Legend, was able to outrun Jedi Revan, so I will gonna link up Revan and as well Mission, just a little bit reduce the damage coming your way at the beginning. There we go, and Malak there, they were forced to go after him. Malak can go ahead there, we can start draining Zalbar. Malak nicely there putting fear on everybody, but remember Jedi Revan, because of the global modifier, is immune to fear. We just call everybody to assist. Then I'm going to go ahead and isolate here Revan, and then increase everybody's cooldowns. So see, the good thing about Darth Maul is that Traya was in stealth, so Revan was not able to mark her. So he either has to mark Malak or Sith Eternal Emperor. Otherwise, pretty straightforward to run from here on out. We got isolate on Revan, but then when we get a chance to relink, we can relink the Bastila and Janet Revan as well, just to reduce Revan's damage. There we go. Keep draining their Zalbar, increasing cooldowns. Get Zalbar out because he's a little bit annoying. But now at this point, this is where it gets tricky. We cannot defeat Revan. However, if we defeat one of his another allies, on top of Zalbar, then we do not have enough targets to insta-kill there in the same turn, because even though, for example, in the same turn you defeat 2 allies, Revan will still not go down. So that's why it makes it very, very tricky in today's challenge. Ultimate takes longer to charge up when Sith Eternal is not in the leading slot, but eventually you do get it. So in the end, you want to have linked Basti and Julie before you unleash your ultimate, because they are tankier than mission. Then you target mission, unlock the ultimate power, defeating 3 enemies in the same turn, and we just need to now and finish off Jedi Knight Revan. As you can see, Maul cannot be defeated because Sith Eternal is still alive. And that's how you can complete all the feats in a single battle if you do have Sith Eternal Emperor unlocked. If not, let's do just a Sith team now without Galactic Legends, and then we'll continue the rest feats done. So you can see everything done here on tier 10. As you can see, leader cannot die while we have allies, so we're going to go ahead a little bit and exploit this because Jedi Knight Revan is hard-coded to always mark Traya first, so they will keep hitting Traya. However, Traya cannot be defeated while there are allies alive, so we'll be cheesing these and then bringing in Talon and Dooku for the stealth feat. They both can grant stealth themselves, so that's why they're there. Then Malak there, just obviously to slow them down a little bit with fear and everything, and drain. And then we need as well Nihilus there for his annihilate, cooldown increase and things like that. As you can see, pretty straightforward. Traya finally getting a turn, so we can again drop that isolate on Jedi Knight Revan just to slow him down. Let's go ahead and increase cooldowns again. Okay, perfect. There we go. Alright, so just kind of working on Zalbar because he'll keep taunting anyways. Make sure to always use Dooku's ability and Talon's ability that grants themselves stealth whenever it's available, because remember, we have to get stealth 10 times. Now Talon already starts battle in stealth, so you really have to do it 9 more times during the battle between the two. There we go, we took Zalbar down, so we don't have to worry about him too much. Now we just have to start working on Basti here. Alright, there we go, that's fine, we'll just keep it going. Okay, again using the middle ability there from Talon, that she goes back into stealth. Okay, keep going, again, Master Makashi with Dooku to gain stealth. Let's go ahead and get those buffs of Jolie, again, stealth for Talon. Let's reapply that isolate on Jedi Knight Revan. So you can see slowly the true damage from their basic is kind of getting to your guys. So let's go ahead now as well, get rid of their Bastila. Again, Master Makashi, increasing cooldowns to a big AoE. Lucky there with Traya lead, obviously for the Sith, whenever we do hit a debuffed enemy, we are recovering some health, so this little helps with the recovery also. Okay, so once you're just down to Julie and Revan, you just hit full auto and you just cheese it. You can't defeat Revan while Julie is alive. So the here is just hit auto for, I don't know, a couple of minutes just to make sure that your Dooku and Talon did get stealth enough. Again, without feat tracker, is anyone guess? So just kind of run it until Talon and then eventually Dooku got defeated as well. Then I made sure to change target over to Jolie, so then we were able to take him down and then finish off Revan. So this will now complete for you the Sith as well as stealth feat, which only remains the challenging bit of today's challenge, which is Crush Them feat. Now without Galactic Legend there was only one team I was kind of able to get to work semi-consistently, but it requires it requires a lot of things. I'll show you. But in order, if you've done Sith and stealth feat on tier 10, you can actually go down to tier 9, which makes this a little bit easier for the Crush Them feat, just because obviously the enemies don't hit as hard and they're not as durable and as quick as they are on tier 10. So this is the team. Remember how we can cheese it while the leader is alive, while we have allies alive, the leader can't be defeated. So that's why we will be cheesing here a little bit. Jean cannot be defeated while Admiral Raddus is alive, and then Admiral Raddus cannot be defeated now because of the global modifier, because Jean can't be defeated. So you're kind of stuck in this constant loop where, they're alive and then Jean can keep reviving rebel allies with her special ability as well. So if you need a reminder, Admiral Raddus, from his unique, so as mentioned before, Jean cannot be defeated while Admiral Raddus is alive, and on top of it all, from his unique, you do get obviously that mini ultimate ability once you reach 100% upload progress, we unleash an AoE, which deals true damage to all enemies and also revives our allies. So this AoE, that's what we'll be trying to jack up here, rather that his AoE can actually defeat 3 enemies in the same turn. So in order to do that, I loaded my Raddus with as much offense as I could. I believe he deals special offense, so just showing you the numbers here that I was able to get my Admiral Raddus. This alone was not enough, so I had to bring some extra characters to boost his offense. Also worth mentioning here that Spark of Rebellion gives you 40% extra offense. So again, we'll have to time to make sure that we do have Spark of Rebellion before we use our ultimate ability there. As mentioned before, we need to jack up his offense even more. That's why I did bring in Drogon as well, because Keen Stratagem gives extra offense as well. So we'll put this buff over on Raddus to increase his offense even further. That was not enough as well while I was testing. So also bringing in here Jedi Luke, because his AoE will reduce 10% max protection and health anytime you use. So it's an AoE, so this will help a little bit making enemies a little bit squishier. If you get to use it twice, even better. And then we need Hermit Yoda, Master's Training, again more offense, which is going to dish this buff over to Raddus. And then finally Jean, you know, she's there just for that cheesy tactics really. Her revive in this team won't be that helpful because she can only really revive Drogon. Other guys are not rebels. Alright, let's hop in the battle, and you know, I need, I think, about 8 or 9 attempts to line this up. It's a bit of an RNG, like what Revan will do here. In this particular attempt that I'm showing you, he started off with an AoE, which maybe is better, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead start with my AoE as well on Raddus. Let's see if we can hit those exposes on Revan. So as you can see there, Jean cannot die while Raddus is alive. Let's use Repulse just to reduce max health and protection on everybody. Put Keen Strategist over on Raddus, so this gives him extra offense. And this buff, same as Master's Training buff that we will apply now on Raddus, cannot be cleansed and does not expire. So now Raddus got quite a lot of extra offense. I'm not going to use his middle special, Spark of Rebellion, because I will save it for when download progress is complete, just to make sure I have it available, so I can then gain extra offense from Spark of Rebellion as well. At this point, I just want to try to spread the damage here, try to keep everybody alive if you can. There we go. Giant Look there, I guess, is good as well because his basic dispels buffs, so you can kind of dispel the taunt from Zalbar. Obviously, he also helps a little bit with the damage. Let's go ahead, give turn over to Luke. So whenever Jean has ability to grant turn meter, target to Luke, try to get Luke another couple of turns quick there with Jean, so then he can use Repulse for the second time, helping with that even more. At this point, just kind of you know, spreading the damage. Here we go, was able to get Repulse out the second time, and is again stuck there. Let's go ahead and unload the AoE. Stuck behind Zalbar again, can go dispel the taunt. Alright, Luke is about to go down, I think. So at this point, I do have ultimate progress complete at 100%. But however, as you can see, I do have buff immunity, so I will save the special ability when buff immunity drops. Then I will use it to gain Sparks of Rebellion. There we go, no more buff immunity on Raddus. I'm going to use the middle special, which gives us now Spark of Rebellion. Okay, there's still a threat here, Basti, right? She does have a dispel, so she could dispel it. That's why I said it took like 7 or 8 attempts, just because to line this up in the end that we can actually unload it. Okay, I think we should be good now. We've got all the buffs on us, so let's just go ahead, go and check out. So we do have Spark of Rebellion, Keen Strategies, and Master's Training, all combining, giving us like, I don't know, 100% offense almost together. So this should now be enough. There we go, we were able there to take down 3 enemies in the same turn. So Jolie, Basti, and Mission went down, and now we just need to finish off the remaining guys. A bit of a cheesy team there, but I was able to knock this out again. I hit 8-9 attempts just because I had to line it up to have Spark of Rebellion as well available in the end. Now, if you do have Galactic Legends, this Crush Them feat becomes a lot easier, so we can just hop, you can do it on tier 9, but I'm going to show you that also on tier 10 this works. A couple of different options that can do Crush Them and Stealth feat. So we'll be utilizing T-Bow lead if you do need a reminder. Even if low gear doesn't matter, his leadership grants us the ability at the start of each unit's turn. They have 55% chance to gain Stealth. So that's where the Stealth feat will come from. You don't have to worry about it at all. Then we need Kylo here for the Crush Them feat. So what we'll do, we'll put first their Med Pack over on Kylo. And then we're just going to go ahead here and poke Basti. We have to exhaust the Savior first, right, before we try to defeat them in the same turn. Here sometimes they would get a Traya low enough, so you would get that third stack already of Beskar on your armor, so then you could put Beskar immediately. In this case, my Traya was able to tank the initial hits, so I had to use the special first and wait. That's why I put their weapon tech over on armor, so she gets another quick turn. Now we put 3 stacks over of Beskar on Kylo. This is where the fun begins, right? Let's go have a look and do an AoE. Let's do a poke on Zalbar. There we go. T-Bow cannot be defeated while we have allies alive, so as long as Kylo is there, for example in stealth, they have to keep hitting T-Bow. So you can see we're getting stealth quite a lot, so it will not be a problem. Obviously first have to exhaust the Savior. Okay, that's fine. Do another AoE here, do a poke. Now we're stuck behind Zalbar again. I mean, you have to be careful obviously that with the ramping up you don't defeat too much. As you can see, I was getting now here close to taking them down. Finished off Zalbar, and now once Zalbar is down, you just want to keep hitting Revan, keep using basic as well as middle's ability there. So no AoEs at this point until you reach about 500 or so stacks of Siphon, and then we are going to go ahead and unload the ultimate, which now doubles your stacks. As you can see, I've got over 1,000 stacks of Siphon. So when I do now an AoE, this first AoE will not do so much damage yet because I wasn't really ramping up damage. However, now I did increase my damage a lot, so when I do our next AoE, I will defeat 3 of them in the same turn, and then you just have to go ahead and poke Revan. So with if you do have Kylo, run under T-Bow lead and do this, and should hopefully be able to knock that out. If you do have Rey, you can do similar things, so bring in then R2 and Hermit Yoda for the stealth. Bring in Commander Ahsoka Tano just for a little bit extra offense, our ultimate will do more damage. So we can then defeat 3 enemies in the same turn again. So both of these teams can do Crush Them and Stealth feat in the same battle if you just done your Sith with whatever you've got. There you go, using Smokescreen there to grant stealth to our guys. Put Master's Training over on Rey just to increase her offense, so her ultimate will do more damage. So at this point to begin with, we just same like in all the other battles, we'll get rid of Zalbar first, because he's constantly taunting, preventing us, from spreading the damage, hopefully getting protection low on everybody before we unleash an AoE. Anyway, yeah, sure, just do an AoE, it won't do a whole lot. I think there we go, we got a Whirlwind ready to use, so we're just going to go ahead and knock out Zalbar out, so we are now free to do whatever we like. Now let's go ahead, heal up. I will save the ultimate until we get everybody low enough that I feel confident we can do. Remember, we still have to burn there through Savior first if we want to defeat 3 enemies in the same turn. I'm gonna use their basic on Basti, just get her down. Savior triggered, and now we just work everybody down. They have a little bit of healing abilities here, so you can utilize Rey Jedi's training middle ability that applies healing immunity that can't be cleansed for 2 turns, can't be resisted. There we go, we got Jolie low in health, and the other guys are not too tanky. So as soon as Rey unloads her ultimate, don't use Force Leap, we don't want to insta-kill anybody, we need these guys now alive. Come on Rey, get in here, unload the ultimate. Boom, there we go, defeated those guys, and now just have to take down Revan with a Whirlwind to the face. And this as well would have completed Crush Them and as well Stealth feat. And there you go guys, quite a challenging one today I guess. It's just because some of the mechanic is broken, we don't get democracy to be used, and as well not being able to defeat Revan is annoying because he's really the one that kind of keeps the engine running for the enemy. Hopefully this video was useful and helpful. Was able to get it done, I guess, technically without the Galactic Legend, but hopefully with all these lightspeed bundles out there, most of you will have either Rey or Kylo unlocked, so you can again get that max grade. Thank you for watching, I'll see you in the next one, but until then, have fun, enjoy your life, and may the RNG be with you, my friends.